Hello, let me introduce myself. I am Carlos José María Ortiz Saldaña, and I am a student from a career in Ingeniería en Bionanotecnología. I study at the Universidad Iberoamericana, Campus León. My professor is Julio César Garza Villanueva, and this presentation is for the class of Inglés Universitario de Ingeniería. The main topic of this presentation is what's an engineering. The main topics of this presentation will be about the introduction of all this subject, the history of the engineering, what is an engineer, traits of a good engineer, and finally, a conclusion. Well, to start, we have to establish the definition of engineering. It is well known that engineering is a scientific field involved in taking natural parts of the world and solving problems with the help of technology and maths and other science like physics, mathematics, and others. Well, it is well known that some results of the engineering are the bridges, the roads, the cars, planes, computers, softwares, cell phones, and etc. It is a big variety of projects that engineers have done. Now, let's talk about the history. Well, the engineering started with the invention of the pulley, the lever, and the wheel. These were inventions that helped in the evolution of the human, making their lives more easier by that time. And we don't know, we don't think about it a lot, but those instruments were the very start of something huge. Actually, it is one of the most important things, and we think about those inventions like something basic, something dumb, but they are really, really important. Well, an engineer, let's talk about an engineer. An engineer is someone that creates practical inventions. This is because it's someone who tries to address the needs of the people. It's someone who solves problems with technology and science. It's someone who can work with those two areas and make a great difference. An engineer can create something for the world, can innovate and make other things like generic food, prosthetics, I don't know, big bridges, faster cars, more secure airplanes, and a lot of things. Well, the engineering starts with four main areas. As you can see in the images, there are the mechanical engineering, the chemical engineering, the electrical engineering, and the civil engineering. Each of one was the very bottom of all the new engineerings that we know today. Traits of a good engineer. Well, everybody thinks that an engineer, a good or excellent engineer, is someone that always is studying, that is always doing math, that is always playing, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons, reading comics, like the typical stereotype of a nerd. But no, there is not such a thing as that. The traits of a good engineer is someone that needs to have knowledge of the core subject of our main problem. It's someone that knows how to apply the knowledge, that how to share that knowledge that he has or she has, and also have an analytical and creative mind. Why? Well, this is very important because with a creative mind you can solve any kind of problems that you can imagine, and with an analytical mind it's much easier to solve problems And also it's very important that an engineer has to be so social, like so social, because it is important as an engineer to work in teams, to work in groups, because you can't make a huge bridge by yourself. You have to work in teams, know how to dialogue with other people, and also share ideas. Well, to sum up, an engineer is someone who loves to solve problems. Is someone that loves to help people and that loves thinking so deep in a subject and try to analyze every part of that subject. It doesn't matter that it's a tiny thing or part of that subject. An engineer is someone who really loves to analyze everything and to know about everything in the world. And also, if you want to be an engineer, here's a little tip. Try to always stay tuned. Always stay updated with the new things, the technology, the news, and don't forget to help as much people you can. Well, this is my presentation and I hope you have like. Thank you for the attention.